think my story is so typical to so many stories, because my grandfather was deported for the reason that he was a rich farmer in the times of the First Republic, and due to the fact that he had quite a big farm and let's say many cattle and many fields, that was the reason why he was deported. And he was actually deported not in 1949 when the second wave of deportation started, but he was deported already in 1940 for the reason that he was wealthier than anyone in the area. I never seen him. My grandfather also remembered him vaguely because he was just a small kid, and he also never did came back. So I would say that's the closest relation to deportations in my family, because it sort of struck us, and his kids remained in Latvia and never saw their father again. I do feel that we are kind of detached of all the other occurrences, because we tend to read the articles that are directly reflecting on us, what's going on in our little countries or towns or cities, and we tend to forget that the sufferings that are going on in Libya, or the sufferings that are actually going on in Russia, in certain places even now, where is certain terror towards the civil population. We tend to forget that we were in the same place more 60 years ago. And even though we know that it happened to us, we still kind of feel detached to the others. That's at least the feeling I have, because there were not that many, let's say, opinions in the Latvian society, for instance, when the military conflict between Georgia and Russia started, even though it was so close, and even though it was something terrible that we have experienced also, like in the past generations. I still feel that everyone was more or less not really caring about it, because it didn't really happen to us, and we were happy of not being there, but that's it. And I think that maybe that's the question of how do we realize the experiences we went through, whether we realize it's something really sad that we should just all the time remind, or it's something experiences that we should learn from and also take more active role in actually sort of, I don't know, showing support to those who are actually in the same situation these days, or situation that's of the same gravity of inhumane behaviors around the world. And I don't think we are taking enough active role in that, because we sort of seem to be happy that, oh, it passed us, so now we can just continue living. But we should not forget, and that's of course history that cannot be forgotten, just for the reason that something like that will never happen with us, with our kids, with our grandkids.